History is any recorded event that related to human activity. So, if that event is related to an animal, it will not consider as a history. Next, history is divided into two: before writing, or known as prehistory, and after writing. Prehistory means that it's a time when there is no writing system, which means people at that time only talk but never write anything. Then after prehistory, after writing era come when everyone writing all the events that happen around them using the writing system they invented themselves. Next, method to collect history data. There is two ways to collect history data. Is either by primary source or secondary sources. Primary source are material directly related to a topic by time or participant that provide first-hand account about a person or event. It can be either original document or from the person himself or from the artifact. Secondary sources is derived from primary sources, where they describe, interpret, discuss, comment upon, analyze, evaluate, and summarize the primary source. Today we're going to learn about prehistoric time, part 1. Prehistoric time is divided into three main timelines, which is Stone Age, followed by Bronze Age, and Iron Age. So today we're going to learn about Stone Age. So Stone Age also divided into three: Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic. Paleolithic started around 2.5 million years ago and ended around 10,000 BC. Paleolithic, also known as Ice Age, where most part of the world is covered by ice. People at this time adopt hunting and gathering lifestyle, where men goes hunting and women goes gathering. They also live in a cave because they want to protect themselves from harsh weather and predator. And they never stay at one place for a long period of time, because when there is no more food available around their home, they will find a new home with a new source of food. After that, we go to the Mesolithic era, which is started around 10,000 BC and ended around 5,000 BC. At this time, ice around the world start to melt down and the weather is getting warmer and warmer. The lifestyle of the human that live in this era is the same as the previous one. They live by hunting and gathering, live in a cave, and move one place to another place. Next, we go to the Neolithic era, started around 5000 BC and ended around 3200 BC. This era started when people start to grow their own food, and because of this, they no longer need to move around to find new source of food. This era also marked the first time humans trade with each other by using barter system, where you will exchange something for something else. Today we're going to learn prehistoric time part 2, and it's about Bronze Age and Iron Age. Bronze Age started around 3200 BC and ended around 1200 BC. Bronze Age started when people found that combining two different types of metal, which is tin and copper, will produce much more stronger metal, which is bronze. Using this new type of metal, people at that time used it to create convenient tool, weapon, and farming tool. Because of the tool made from the bronze is much better than their old stone tool, agriculture may a spike increase in production. Because of that, people are able to choose other jobs such as an artist, a potter, a smith, or a builder. Then the Bronze Age ended when people find a new type of metal which is stronger and better than bronze. That metal is iron. This also marked the beginning of the Iron Age, which started around 1200 BC and ended around 600 BC. The reason people at that time chose iron instead of bronze is because, as I mentioned earlier, iron is much more stronger and better compared to bronze, and it's also much easier to find iron ore compared to copper and tin ore. After living in prosperity for a while, people at that time realized that it is important to record important events. So they invented a writing system. With this introduction, Iron Age marked the end of its era, which also means the end of prehistoric time. That's all for today. I hope you enjoy and learn something from this video, and thank you for spending your time watching my video.